to Beyond the Northern Wall, your weekly talk show with me, your host, Kayla Malari. And I have a special guest here today. It is our very own Levi Kavaptin, Levi on Twitch, Rostin. Say hi, babe.
你好吗?
Okay, anyways.
That's Chinese, I think.
You think? Okay, anyways. So I have him on here as my special guest for this week because we're actually talking about something really cool. We left off last week at the end of the 107th. We just did the whole year and I couldn't remember any of it. Like, none of it. I could remember some of it, but not nearly enough. And we stopped right before we got to summer because the summer of the 107th, which was the year 2017. Sure. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure it's the year 2017. We are about to do the final installment of Beyond the Northern Wall trilogy, which is...
Return to the Unknown.
Yes, that took so long. We're about to do Return to the Unknown. Now, we didn't know, like I said, like way back in episode whenever, we didn't know that Beyond the Northern Wall was going to be a trilogy, right? We just thought one and done. And then after Beyond the Northern Wall and all of that, whatchamacallit, feedback, yes, we did Into the Kingdom. And then now we're like, okay, we're finally going to close the story. We're going to do Return to the Unknown. Levi and Hanji are finally going to make it home. So I have a couple of questions for you just about that.
Okay.
First and foremost, everyone had been like different characters. From when Core did Attack on Titan in 2014, into 2015, Beyond the Northern Wall, into 2016, Into the Kingdom, now into 2017, Return to the Unknown. Everyone who was an Attack on Titan character has now, by 2017, changed their characters. I think the last people to change, was Koki and Soulmate. I think they stayed Sasha and Connie up until that final one. And then for Return to the Unknown, she was Sakura and Coco.
What is going on with you today?
Koki was Zuko. That's why I said Coco. Koki and Zuko together.
Yeah.
So we have been Levi and Hanji for 4 years.
Yes.
Because now 2017 is the last year.
I have a bachelor's in Levi.
Wow, good job. You do have a bachelor's in Levi. But stop scratching.
Sorry, it's my leg.
So we, not having changed our characters, what was it like for you, at least? Because I know what it was like for me. What was it like for you? Every year, everyone had to research their characters going to AX. Like, it was exciting. You knew what cosplay you were doing. You knew what to get into. How was it knowing that this was the last year you were going to be Levi, going to AX as Levi?
Well, for 3 years, I was struggling with the haircut.
Yes.
Because I could never change my hair forever because I knew I was going to remain Levi. So, I think that year is the only year I ever changed my hair. This has nothing to do with...
I mean, it is what it is, Santa.
So, I changed my hairstyle a little bit and I went from a undercut to a comb over finally because, that was like the closest thing. Oh no. Goodbye.
What?
Ainsley?
Okay, that is like 20 seconds later.
Oh. Okay, anyway. So going back to what I was saying, changing the haircut was a lot different because I got to be who I wanted to be outside. I mean, don't get me wrong, why would I not want to be Levi? But like, sometimes the hair grows really fast and it looks real awkward and I don't know
Sometimes the hair grows really fast.
And I look like a werewolf. So yeah, that was a kind of cool thing. And then there's like always an awkward transition phase where
You're really talking about this haircut right now.
It's not really Levi, but it's not me. So who is he?
Do you remember the question?
Yes. Okay. So going into AX, I mean, the last time playing Levi was very like bittersweet because like there comes a time where you need to put a character to rest, and then like a lot of different animes come out and get more popular. Around that time was, I believe, One Punch Man. I might be lying.
What are you talking about?
Am I lying?
I don't know. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so these characters kind of get like forgotten about unless like it's performed for certain people and for certain crowds. So like of course like putting the trilogy to rest and like having Levi kind of like sharing my last performance with him like was different because how do you explain it? Like it's all you know for like 4 years, and then after this I'm not gonna see this guy in forever, and it's kind of like losing a friend for a while, but then you are the friend, so it's like what? But I mean, yeah. So like Levi never really left here or here, but he had to leave the stage, so that was kind of cool. It was like
look there. Oh. Don't look there.
Don't look there. So it was like a happy trails, but like still got to perform all at once. So over the weekend was like coming up to the performance, like everything was like, yeah, I get to be. I got to put on the final show, last shebang, all that jazz for this character, and I hope that like my iteration of him and what I had done with that character was enough, or like in the very least like satisfying to watch, or like you can actually like.
You were worried that your Levi wasn't satisfying to watch?
Yeah, because I had like a weird haircut and stuff. Okay, anyways, I don't know what it is about the haircut.
Levi with the haircut, Bakugo with the boots. The weirdest, most unnecessary details.
So yeah.
Is that why you reverse choreography?
You know what? It might be.
You're too worried about the haircut.
No, that's because I have.
Okay. Anyways, so I know for me, I mean, same thing. We talked about this for forever. When you say goodbye to characters that you've played for forever, it is weird. I think it was especially weird for us because I think I said it to you. I was like, I don't wear.
Last time?
Yeah, and it was the yellow shirt. I was like, every year, I know I have to wear the yellow shirt.
Yeah, I had the same pair of pants with that.
Yeah. They're faded.
The Max like.
Okay, what? What's this?
Like, if I'm turning around, you can see.
Talking about himself.
Sorry.
He's talking about himself. Okay, anyways. So, but before we got to max it out, I don't know why I thought before we got to AX, we got to film a video that would play at the end of Return to the Unknown. Because Sinakosu, Justin Element, Dom, like, so they are our collaborating artist friends. They're amazing. Super dope. Cosplayers and everything. And we decided that to close out the story, everyone needs to make it home. And when we say everyone needs to make it home. But since Beyond the Northern Wall, Jenna has moved on and done stuff. Adam has moved on and done stuff. Hidogs, who's here in the chat, he's here in the live. Hidogs has moved on and done stuff. So our original 104th was not there, but we needed the original 104th to be there. So what was super awesome is I messaged them, called them up. I said, hey, we're going to close out this trilogy, but we need the squad. And what's awesome, and I always say it about the alumni and the core reserve, is that you call an alumni and squad up is real. So Adam and Jenna and Hidogs came back. Bro TP Bro TP has not been Armin at this point for so long. No. So having Bro TP as Armin was
different.
Yeah, like we hadn't seen her.
Yeah.
Be Bro TP.
Her scissor sword.
Yeah, because she didn't even have the hair when she first did it, so she had to like have the Armin blonde hair. Yeah. So we went and we filmed. I had a breakdown of what the film was going to be. I didn't know what song we were going to use just yet. That was actually Dom who decided to use that cover of Find You. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't planned. But they had a storyboard. We built a storyboard together, and we went one day, I think in the spring, early morning. Remember that?
Yeah, but that shoot lasted so long.
That shoot, it lasted long into the late afternoon. But we got there early morning, like like
super cold,
early.
super wet, super dewy, and then
Super dewy.
hot.
Yes. And we're like, okay. So first of all, we go into where we decided to shoot it where we took our very first photo shoot in Attack on Titan, which was, it's like an old abandoned dam out in like Coyote Canyon or something. But to us, we called that Walmaria.
Yeah.
So that was our Walmart. So we're like, we're going to go back to our Walmaria. Yeah. And it starts with Hanji in the forest. So I remember for the longest time we were waiting for the right lighting and whatnot, and Andrew was there taking photos, and he was taking like shots of you. But I remember when I had to lay down in the dirt, like I'm laying. There's just me. I'm allergic
to life.
To everything. I'm allergic to everything, and
everything
I had to lay
that
down.
is nature. She can't.
I can't touch it. I can't
she walks
smell
outside, instant asthma attack.
It's sad. My thing is squeaking too much. I'm gonna sit closer to you here. Okay. Yeah. So I had to lay down in this dirt patch, whatever, and they're filming, and I'm now itchy for the rest of the day. My eczema is flaring, and I'm so itchy. Remember when you had to help me up and like there's all that dirt?
Yeah. Okay. So like, there's like a thin layer of like bark, twigs.
I thought you were gonna say barf. A thin layer of barf.
Could have been. So like, there's like a thin layer of bark, twigs, and everything that is forest-ish on the floor, and like maybe a whole pine cone too. Like we don't remember.
Honestly, there was a whole pine cone.
So, when she got up, like you see her that because that yellow shirt is a specific fabric, and it caught everything. Like
I'm covered. Is great.
82 twigs, 82 of them.
Aw, that's something I say.
Yeah, 82,000.
82 twigs.
Okay, 82,000 twigs.
82,000 twigs. So he lifts me up and we get up. If you watch that video, actually, we were trying to time it so hard to not have anyone in the background so it looks like we're alone. There's a biker.
Oh, yeah.
If you look past us, there's one lone biker that gets in the shot and we're like, dang it, you know what? It is what it is, Santa. So then we did that shot and then they had to line up the shot and they were doing a lot of shots with the first people that Levi and Hanji end up finding is Sasha and Connie because they were the last ones to get lost. So they're doing this cute shot together with Dom and Justin, and we're waiting against like those.
It's like a
plant.
hillside.
Yeah, it's a hillside plant, and we literally sit down.
Bush.
And it's hot. Like we are dying.
Yeah,
so I just lean on him, and I don't even know who took that photo. Maybe it was Andrew. Someone took it.
Jenna.
Or Jenna. Yeah, someone took that photo, and that ended up being our promo image. The teaser that said, "Journey comes to an end."
Into the end.
Something, yeah. And I really liked that picture because it wasn't us trying to be Levihan.
No.
We were just us dying. We were us. Yeah. So then the shot goes into Sasha and Connie coming back, and then there's the hail where Sasha has her bread that she ate in Beyond the Northern Wall.
Still eating.
Still eating that same piece of bread 4 years later. Side note, in Beyond the Northern Wall, Sonali, when she takes a bite of her bread in the Gekken section of Sasha, she holds that piece of bread in her mouth.
Still chewing and dancing.
No, she's not chewing. She's just holding it. It's just getting soggy.
No, you can see
she
when
tries.
You watch that video, she's trying to put that thing down so hard.
She can't.
But she took the biggest bite.
She took the biggest bite, and you don't breathe. Like, you don't breathe when you dance, especially when you do whacking. So she's just holding it, and the part when we all come out, we go, Sasha? She literally was, you can see she's trying to find a place to spit it out. She's like, but like, mad props. She did that whole number with a piece of bread in her mouth. So that's why we had her have a piece of bread for that video, because we're like, you know what, we gotta give props to that bread. That was a big bread. And then Koki as Connie is wearing his free boy jacket, so we find them. It was so sweet. And then they turn around and they show that they found Jean. So Hidalgs reprises his role as Jean, and he has a little rainbow scarf, and we had to redo that shot a couple times because you make weird faces when you run up to friends. He doesn't make Levi faces.
What? No, I was totally being Levi.
No, we didn't get it covered when you ran up to Adam, but a couple of times in the shots when you ran up to Hidalgo, you're making faces you'd make to Hidalgo.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Hidalgo's nose. They're just they're just weird faces. Yeah. And it's funny because in the video, Hidalgo's holds your face like this.
Yeah.
Which is like, and that is not a Jean to Levi thing. That is just a Hidalgo to Rostin thing. Completely. And then, after that, we, Jean and Sasha and Connie lead us, and we go and we see Walmaria. You know what's funny? You know when we run up the thing to Walmaria? That was so hard to run up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so everyone has to wear the right shoes, and, like, this is in character, like, so everyone's wearing, like, combat boots, random stuff. Like, because it was villager clothing, but it was, like, set back then when people had, like, lap sacks for shoes. And the rocks are, like, all different sizes, like, super, like, you'll have a rock that looks like this, a rock that looks like this, my head, like, and you're trying to run across all of these, and, wait, am I talking about the wrong part?
No, you are, what rock? They're like boulders.
Okay, they were huge.
What were you running on?
Was I running on the wrong part?
There
were a lot of rocks. I don't remember the size.
I don't remember rocks. I just remember the dirt slipping underneath us.
Okay, yeah, well, shifting rocks.
No, you're talking about when we were walking at the end. You're thinking when we're down in the ditch and we're walking.
Are you talking the trail then?
No, I'm talking, when we see Walmaria and they had me grab your hand and we had to run up that little hillside and then pose at the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's still a bunch of rocks.
They weren't. Anyways, it's a completely different part of the story. We had to run up. It was hard because we had to hold hands, but it's not easy to run up that holding you, especially because there was like this weird pole that I thought was going to be in the shot. So I gave Jenna these like flower things so she could cover it and make it look like something that was in the village at that time because it was a very modern pole. That pole ended up not being in the shot. It's a beautiful pole. Looks like a maypole with like these bright flowers. I think don't see it in the shot at all. Sad. So we go up and we hit this pose. We see Walmaria. And then the shot turns to Sonali turning and we see the Golden Trio together. Okay, that shot when the Golden Trio walks up, like even when they were just standing there, it's Adam, Liz, and Jenna. When they were just standing in the distance and the four of us are watching them, 5 of us were watching them, include myself. 5 of us were watching them. Already we were like, oh my gosh, they look so cute.
5?
Standing, you, me, Sasha, Connie, Jean.
That is 5.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at the trio standing in the distance waiting for their cue, and it was already so cute and sweet because they were catching up with each other. So, Liz is talking with Adam, and they're talking with Jenna, and they're, like, just waiting for their time to be filmed, but they're actually having, like, an Aaron, Armin, Mikasa moment, which was super sweet. So then when they walked up, like, we didn't plan for them to walk up that way, but they were already holding onto each other. So then they just walked up like that. It was so cute. Yeah. What's funny is that Soulmate turns and yells, "They're not dead." And you can read her lips when she says, "They're not dead." It's really funny. So then we run up and I don't think we originally chose who we were running up to. It kind of was a little bit organic. Of course, Hanji goes straight to her son. Her son, their son. I used the wrong pronoun for Hanji. Their son, which is Aaron. And then Jean goes to Armin. So Hidalgo goes to Liz. And then Sonali and Koki go to Mikasa. Now, we do this shot a couple times, and we're like hugging each other and we're laughing. Like, I grab Adam's face and I'm like, "You have braces." We're just like ad-libbing stuff. Yeah. There's one shot that Sammy and Andrew took from a distance where you see us, like, it's like the 4th or 5th time we did this. We run up and I'm hugging Adam, and you and Adam would not stop doing whatever you guys do. Like, every time we ran up, he'd go in to kiss Adam. And I'm like, can we not have an Arari moment like right now? And every single time. Oh gosh, it was so
much B-roll.
so much B-roll. So finally we get a shot where they don't do that. I'm like, do not make out. Because then Hanji's just left like waiting. So I think Levi goes up first, and then I grab Aaron first, and then I pull back, and then Levi comes between us. And we're talking. In the background, Dogs went to hug Liz and then pulled away, and her wig stayed attached to him, so her wig comes off.
Oh, yeah.
It just leaves, and she literally goes, oh, so she's just wig head, you know, the hairnet, the bald cap. Everyone sees and starts laughing, and I really liked that shot because one, it was hilarious, but two, Hanji and Aaron have a moment. Me and Adam do the exact same thing. It's such a Hanji Aaron thing. We didn't notice we were talking, everyone laughs, we look at the same time, and then in perfect synchronicity, we both drop down and cover our mouths and start laughing. Like, it was on either side of Levi.
Yeah.
It was such a perfect character moment. And I loved it. While Armin's bald. Armin's just bald. Sasha's lost it. Mikasa doesn't know what to do. So, and you just hear Nifa laughing in the shot. So, of course, we had to do that a couple times.
She needs some Rogaine. He needs some Rogaine.
She needs some Rogaine. Technically. What's cool too is that if you notice, what's funny is that Levi has a Paopu fruit half that he got from Into the Kingdom.
Yeah. And
the other half is actually with Aaron. Cause I'm not an Arari shipper. If anything, if I ship Levi with anyone other than Hanji, it'd be with Erwin. I don't think a 30-year-old man should be with a 15-year-old boy. So I'm not an Arari shipper. But I do ship Levi, Rostin is Levi, and Adam is Aaron together. So that's why they had the two Paopu fruit halves. But Paopu fruit is actually our thing.
Yes.
Just so you guys know. Ever since Into the Kingdom, I think.
Yeah.
We always share Paopu fruit halves.
You know what it was.
I did know what it was. I thought it was the Star Wish thing that Kyrie gives.
The Oathkeeper. No, the
Oathkeeper has a version of it, but it's that little. That's that weird.
Yeah.
It's like a
mosaic tile.
It's not a mosaic tile. She literally hands to him. She's like, "Here's your candygram." So she gives it to him,
Oh, no.
but it's not a candygram. That's what I thought. But then we realized what a Paopu fruit was. Just became our thing.
Yeah.
So then we did that video, and it was like when we started to wrap it up, we're like, it felt bittersweet and cute. What's awesome was that last shot where we all walk away into the camera. We didn't plan what we were doing. So everyone just did what they felt natural. I love, me and Soulmate are total, I totally ship Springles, but a part of me also ships Jean Sasha. So it was cute because Hidogs and Soulmate had a moment. And then Hanji goes up to Levi and I hook him around the neck, and that was just something. And then as Hanji, I was like, Hanji would give one last look back. I didn't know that Justin and Dom caught that moment. They catch that moment right on the music. And I didn't even know they caught that. That was just something that I thought was happening off camera that I was doing. Ended up being a very good close to everything. So that video was I was like excited to share that with everyone. That I was like, wow, this is it. And we did that way before we even prepared for Return to the Unknown. What's also nice is that, so the moment he's talking about is at the very end, the credits. You see us, we do like Totoro walking. So we are following the leader, trying to walk. We walked, there's like a ditch down area with like giant rock boulder things that weren't stable. So we're like we're just trying to make that. We saw a security guard, the park security guard rolled up, and we were like, oh no, are we going to get flagged for a permit? No, he was just like, cool, what are you guys doing? Like, he just wanted to know what we were doing. And he's like, they're all dressed differently. It was funny. But then we decided, there's like, okay, it is, Walmaria, the actual dam, it looks a lot closer than it is. And I don't know why we decided this, but we're like, we're going to go all the way up to the wall. So there's like this huge it looks like, oh, it's like a incline ramp, windy thing
Yeah.
that goes up. Nifa says, go up there. We all take it at a dead run. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We all start running, and we're running full out, and then you just see us slow down so hard because that incline is so much more than we thought it was.
Yeah.
And by the time we get to the top,
everyone's beat.
Dead. We're dead. We also realize none of us have our phone on us, and Dom, Andrew, Justin, and Nifa are little specks down on the bottom of the hill. And so we're just standing there, and they're trying to yell, like we can't hear it, but we see Nifa doing this, so we're like, she's trying to give us instruction.
Yeah.
So we're all like, she starts waving her arms, so then we wave our arms, so then Nifa realizes, oh, monkey see, monkey do. Whatever I do, they will do. Because we are not taking any direction. We did not think this through. So, like, literally, she just started, like, she was trying to tell us, run this way. So all of us are literally going...
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that was so dumb.
So dumb. What did we think this was? Nifa was like, no. So we go, no. So she's like, all right, they're going to do what I do. So she starts gazelle leaping off to the side. So we just go, okay, gazelle leaping. And then she like runs back and we run back. Literally the dumbest game of Simon Says. And then eventually she's like, okay, we're done. Just come back down. So then we like slip and slide all the way up. Like, I don't know how we didn't just give up and roll down that hill.
Yeah. Because there were rocks.
There were rocks. It was hot too. It was like 4. We got there at maybe 6 in the morning. It is now like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. The sun is beating down on us. We are done. I've been itchy for like 10 hours at this point. So that video was really... It was a really good video to do. And then we, of course, put the set together. And what was really great about the set was we got to have a lot of Levi Hanji moments. Mm-hmm. So that moment, like, we also got to see Hanji be, for the first time, kind of upset. Hanji has been taking this Beyond the Northern Wall journey like crazy.
Yeah, like super...
They've
like,
been...
too curious, like, super in character, like, too curious about the different worlds and, like, what's going on. And then now she's like, okay, we lost everyone. We need to find them and go home. And then Levi's like, I've been saying that this whole time. So, you know...
So this is... And then the Pokedex gets destroyed by Naraku. And Hanji loses it. In that video, when we did it on a community stage...
I think it actually broke.
No, it didn't break. It had been broken for a while. Oh. That Pokedex has been through so much. But when I ripped... So Brandon offered to have his wig snatched. Because that's just the kind of person Brandon is. Yeah. And so he gets his wig snatched, and then Naraku runs around the side. But, like, the backstage on the community stage is not right there off stage. No. You have to go, like, down the little stairs and all the way around the back. Yeah. So that's where Brandon went, because he's like, I can't just... Otherwise, he's just standing there for everyone to see him. So he has to run all the way back. So I had to run all the way back. And then NJ had to be like, you need to go get Hanji. Like, because it's such a far... So he had to come, pick me up, and carry me all the way back to the stage. You remember that? Yeah. Awkward. And then Hanji has like a moment where they're finally, after all this time, they've finally lost hope. And we have that cute little Levi-Han moment. Mm-hmm. And so many people are like, oh my god, they should kiss. I didn't think so.
I mean, I would have done it, but... Like,
yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Why are you sitting so far away from the mic?
Because...
You're so quiet.
I don't want to hunch over, and my knees showing. Okay, wait, what? Should we have kissed?
No, people kept saying, like, oh, they should have kissed. I have my reasons for why Levi and Hanji
it's not, like, super canon, and it's very ambiguous in the manga. I mean, like, it's heavily implied, but it's ambiguous, you know, like... And it's more of, like... That's my thing, and I'm her guy. It's guy. Their guy. I'm so sorry.
He's learning.
So like it's like a the relationship is a lot different. It's more of like having complete trust and them being like the only thing that's their constant in that world. So like yeah, you can go romantic with it, but like it's more than that because this is your person that stays in this world with you to make sure that you know because a lot of traumatic things happen in that world, but as long as we're together, it's fine. You know, because I'm looking out for you and you're looking out for me. I got your six.
If you don't know, that's our hashtag.
Yeah.
And it's a hashtag that came from Levi and Hanji.
Mm-hmm.
Is I got your six. Because Levi Han has each other's six.
Yeah.
And that's how we've always viewed that ship, I guess. That ship. Is that it never was romantic. It was always about trust. Mm-hmm. And as long as Levi and Hanji are together, they're going to make it out okay. Yeah. And so when we dress up as them, like, that's what I feel.
Yeah. Especially during con day, like, or, like, performance day, like, it's different because, like, while she's running the team, I'm like, hey, did you eat? Hey, do you need water? Hey, do you have a headache? Hey, do you want your 56 Starbucks for the day?
I've never had a headache at a con.
You've never had a headache. Okay, so she does this weird training, right? She's like, never sleep, never eat. You'll never be hungry or sleepy at cons. It's weird. It works for her. It works. But if you're a human not like her, then no, it does not work.
If you're a human
not like her.
Not like her.
You're not a human?
Or I don't know.
Or you're a different kind of human.
I guess so.
Okay, so if you're a robot like this.
It sounds like a Roblox.
A robot.
But that's very true. Yeah. When we have always been Levi and Hanji for the past 4 years at AX, I do what Hanji does and run the team. And literally Levi goes out. I think it was the year prior. No, it was the year prior.
Running to the parking lot?
Yeah, I for one of our panel, we couldn't get it working on someone's computer. I think it was like Soulmate's computer or Shell's computer or Nifa's computer, someone's. And I had our presentation on a hard drive, like a literal hard drive. But it was in my car, which was parked all the way on the opposite side of the entire convention center and then in the parking lot. And so I looked at him and I said, and I was like, not freaking out, but I was like, oh my God, we're running out of time. I was like, can you go get it? So, in true Levi fashion, dead run goes, grabs it. It's back before the panel even starts. And I was like, I mean, when you need something done, Levi's got you.
Yeah. And the Flash as well. Isn't that crazy? Wow.
You were Kid Flash? I thought Jason was Kid Flash.
Oh, yeah!
Jason was not Kid Flash.
He claims it so hard. Okay.
He claims it so hard!
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's wearing your entire cosplay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Those pants, super dope. Mine.
That shirt.
Super dope. I dyed it.
And you dyed it. And then remember you made the glasses?
Oh, yeah, I made the glasses too.
Jason.
That was my first cosplay ever.
Yeah, why you jocking someone else's cosplay, bruh?
That's my steez, yo.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah.
But anyway, so with that, like, how was it? So the last time we were Levi and Hanji, and when we performed Return to the Unknown, it was on the Masquerade halftime stage. Mm-hmm. And we're going through the set, and it's great because we know what the video is going to be at the end. Some of the attendees and some of the comrades who had seen it at the community stage had already seen it. Yeah. But what was it like that time? Because that was the actual official last time we were going to do any of that.
So, community stage is very small and sometimes likes to spread and be weird and stuff like that. But the community stage definitely feels a lot different because it's for Masquerade. It's for, these kind of performances and having, like, the bigger performances. I don't know how to explain it. Like, more...
How was that stage? I'm trying to...
Because official...
The Masquerade stage changes, though, every year.
Yeah, but
I'm
it was...
trying to remember how it was... Oh, it had the front stairs. Remember those weird front stairs?
Oh, the super long ones?
Yeah.
The super tall ones? Okay.
It's like these long stairs underneath the screens.
Yeah.
But it's like a mile to the stage.
Yeah. Well, just speaking about the stage, like, the production value is, like, you know what I mean? Because they have all of the right lights, they have all of the right, they have the correct screen that you would want your video to be projected on, rather than something you would shoot in your backyard, because sometimes a community stage does feel like that.
Yeah.
Even though, we're not bashing on them. But it's just, like, the production value of the Masquerade stage is so much higher, so, like, seeing the video in, like, its final post and, like, very vivid resolution.
Yeah.
That it hit a lot different, and also, like, like, if you're a dancer, you're always, like, for me personally, like, I always remember moments in a set, and, like, knowing where to go next based off of those moments. And I remember getting stuck because I was like, oh no, this video has me, like, and you don't remember, like, what comes next. I think I'm supposed to be off stage, but you're like, you know what I mean?
Watching the video.
Yeah. So, like, stuff like that. So that moment was very, like, near and dear.
My favorite part was, actually before even the video part, is when they're having the conversation, and Hanji says,
that closer just felt so, like...
well done.
No, like, the okay, yes, but, like, the feeling of the choreo and the music just hit, like...
Yeah. I really liked that. And then it was kind of perfect. It was end of time. And then everyone just was on stage, like, killing the choreo. It felt really good. But the lead into that, their little dialogue, where Hanji says, what do we do when we're here again? Like, what if we get lost again? What if we try to go back and try to use this broken Pokedex? What do we do? And then Levi says, I'll find you.
Yeah, I will always find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that music plays in the background. So, like...
and you're
like what? What's the song?
Nothing?
Oh, no, what's the song? Sing it.
No.
I don't know what song you were singing.
I wasn't singing words, that's why.
Well, you never know the tune. You always, like, pick a random tune.
Was that wrong?
I don't know. What were you singing? What did you do it again?
No, I don't want to. No. I'm embarrassed. Okay.
What I like is that Find You is kind of turned into our song.
Yeah. That's what...
What do you mean?
That's what I was, like, murmuring or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know how it's not like, I will find you. It's... I'm done. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
You're cute. Yes. Whatever that song is, that's our song. But yeah, that Find You has turned into our song because it's I don't know, it's exemplified what Levihan is, and Levihan will always be part of not our relationship but our friendship to me. Mm-hmm. Like Levi and Hanji are down since day one. So that's like squad up. Got your 6. Yeah. So when I think of Levi Hanji in relation to us, Kasten, Rasta, but like we've always used Levihan as our hashtag because Levihan is like that friendship that it encompasses everything except for a romantic relationship. All the trust, all of the loyalty, all of the hardship, and all of the honesty. Yeah. And everything. So that's what I really love about Levihan. We don't really talk about that. No. I don't know. We've never really talked to other people about that. Have we? I don't know. I talk to your face a lot.
Yeah, I talk to your face a lot.
Do you? You do talk to my face, but you don't listen. Words don't make sense. You don't listen to my face.
Or my words don't make sense.
No, you don't use all the words you could use.
Okay.
Levi.
Yeah.
Look at your sideburns. It's Wolverine. Anyways, so that was also, I think, that year. It was. This was the first year we did a panel. That's why you had to run and get the thing. It's our first year doing the panel.
I had to get a flash or a...
No, you had to get that hard, like a hard drive.
Yeah.
It was the book guy. The big guy.
Yeah.
But we had that was our first time doing a panel, and it was on the day of Masquerade.
Oh, by the way, we were staying across the street, so it was, like, super great. Like, we were just like, wake up, shower, get ready, and then just...
Were we across the street for that one? I know we were across the street for Into the Kingdom. That's when you got starfished in the closet by Rio. Remember when she slept and she did this, and you got, like, pushed up against the wall?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't...
You couldn't breathe. Me and Somi opened the door, and we just laughed, because you were not... I was the corner. But you were dead asleep, flat against the wall. And Rio's, like, taking the smallest human being is taking the whole space. Yeah. She's just like this. We were like, aw, he slept the whole night like that. But I don't know where we were staying for.
Was that a year we maybe...
I don't think we did because I was doing magic show. No, magic show. Very, very first Knots. Isn't that weird? That's weird. Yeah. But we did... I know... Okay, so it was our first panel. We had no expectations for the panel. We thought, like, we're going to get Two-Step Bob and, Cotton Eye Joe, and they'd be in the audience for our panel. We ended up maxing out the room. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We had to turn away on... There
were people standing behind where all the chairs were set up.
Yeah, we had the whole room, and I think it was a room that fit at least, like, 150.
Maybe more.
Probably more, but then I know that when Brandon and Koki, I think, had to go out and manage the line, and Nifa, Brandon's like, we had to turn away, like, another 100 plus people because they were waiting in the lines and there was no room in that room. Yeah. And we were like...
There really is, but they don't want to, set up extra seats. So
no, that one was small. The year after that was the bigger room.
Am I tripping again?
Yes. This is the one where me and Somi are dressed in our Ronin Scouts.
Oh.
And our kimonos. And we're up there with you and I'm pretty sure Liz was there too, and Koki. It was the 104th was up there. Mm-hmm. And it was our first time doing a panel at AX, and we were just so surprised, one, that, like, anyone was there. We're like, why are you here? There's other panels and other things you could be at that's not us. So anytime, like, we are honestly always surprised anytime anyone likes anything we do.
Wait, do you remember what the panel was, though?
Like what I don't know if it was a Q&A or it was like cosplay and dance.
That sounds more right.
Because that's what the presentation was. Was like making cosplays danceable and like taking cosplays on stage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Talking out of my butt when I make those panels. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, you see, I just do this, and then you gotta make a dance wall, and then all of a sudden you have a cosplay you can dance in.
Okay, Jim Carrey. Oh. But yeah, so that convention, we also, I think actually we had both a panel and a workshop. Was that the first year we did that? This was like the first year we were doing a lot of things.
Yes.
Stress ball change.
Yes.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a stress ball change. I don't think we went around the con as much that year.
I think we were driving every day too. That's why, and you had to be...
Because I had to be at work.
Back at a certain time, or...
Yeah, there was stress.
I think so. Because you only had certain days off of the con. So, like, you couldn't go Sunday. Mm-hmm. And you only had, like, Friday, Saturday for sure. But even on those days, you were like, I'm still coming from work, or, like...
No, Friday and Saturday I had off for sure. It was that Thursday. It was day one. I was coming from work. God, I don't even know what we did that day, but I just remember it was
usually day zero, we scope everything out.
Yeah.
Like a small squad, like a very small squad. And it's also the day we're all getting badges here and there, like everyone's popping here and there, like, oh, go to this line, we have, little notifications, like, oh, this is what the stage looks like. It's falling apart. Hope it's better by the performance.
You know what you're just reminding me of is that we did the freestyle. Remember we did the freestyles we do every year, the Pop Love freestyle. Yeah. And it's not until I watched this freestyle and I'm editing the video. So this is now weeks after both AX and Comic-Con are done.
Okay.
And I go to it, and, like, we freestyle next to each other. So I'm going through everyone on core, and then it gets to you and me. And our cosplay is all of a white shirt and black pants. Everyone is, like, fully decked out in their full cosplays. Like, everyone got to walk around the con as a character. This just goes to show how little I care about my own cosplays.
Yeah.
Because it gets to us and I'm like, we're not in cosplay. We're just wearing
Normal clothes.
clothes.
Which we ended up wearing again. For... Okay.
That's what we wore the whole set.
That's like our... Yeah, that's like our...
It's funny because we don't look like Levi and Hanji. We look like waiters.
Yeah, so we got confused for Butler Cafe. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, remember when I forgot we did the intro video.
And we visited Caleb while he was doing cafe. Butler.
I did it.
You did.
I don't remember ever seeing Caleb be in Butler Cafe.
Because he
I
wasn't
remember
actually in it. Like, he was just hosting or whatever. And he came to our table. That was with you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Gosh,
he
I don't
told us
remember
about,
anything
like,
of the 107.
Some crazy situation, and he was like, "Whoa, we're not in this at all." And she was like, "Yes, we are." And he was like, "I don't know."
You have a better memory on that than I do. I have no idea what you're talking
Because
about.
I was laughing so hard at that. That's the only...
I just remember,
Anyways.
okay, rewind. We had a video at the beginning of Return
Last
to the
name
Unknown.
Vega? I don't know the first name.
That was at Anime California. A year before. The moment you're talking about is not anywhere. It's not this convention. It's not even this year. It's not even this season.
I'm mixing my history up.
Yes, you are.
Right.
Anyways, the video before Return to the Unknown.
I answered that question.
No, I didn't ask you a question. I'm such a liar.
Okay.
Okay, can I ask the question so you can answer?
Yes.
What was it like when we did the video leading into Return to the Unknown? Okay, remember where like it showed us coming out of Into the Kingdom, and it shows Kagura stealing the Pokedex. Remember that where NJ does her whole like win thing?
My timeline's messed up. Obviously.
Okay, anyways, in that video, it's the first time on camera you voice yourself as Levi and not Andrew voicing you as Levi. Andrew's you for the set, but in that opening video, it's your voice. Do you remember that?
Hazily, not.
I just remember you were like, oh my gosh, my voice doesn't go as low as Andrew's.
No, because Andrew's like, "Hey Peter," and I'm like, "Hey Peter," you know, like it's like it's such a change.
I remember you were so nervous saying your lines because you didn't want to.
Yeah,
all you had to say
the magic
was
is ruined. Like that's not Levi. And then everyone's gonna be like, "You never voiced yourself. Who are you?" Like,
all you said
what
was one word. Finally, is the only word you said.
Yeah. Hey Peter. I don't know.
So, anyways, I mean, to close out AX, how was that AX for you?
It was stretched. Like that weekend was a very if my timeline is finally right, like that was the first convention I brought all of my brothers to. So
It was.
That was the sweet ending of it, but like all of because con days are work days. Like it's not like performing with core is never like just like okay, we're gonna wait around and wait till our performance. It's like no, hey, we gotta shoot a freestyle. Hey, we gotta meet at this time. You only have like 2 seconds to eat. And if you don't take 1 second to like use the bathroom, then your only other second is like coming back to where you come.
You don't get to say that.
I use the bathroom like 500 times, so, but I've started planning it. Like okay, this is when our break is. I'm gonna use the bathroom then. But we. As a company, like to stay.
That's a lie. I once did a whole Insta story for a whole day, and I posted on my Insta story every single time. I had to wait outside of the bathroom for you, between meals. Like we had just
I can't help it.
we had just gotten
really
to Comic-Con. We had just gotten to the con. Up into us eating 3 hours later, I think I posted maybe 7 videos. We had not eaten anything, and I had to wait for him come out of the bathroom 7 times. And every time was about 15 minutes because there was a long line and you have to go to the bathroom. So I don't get to see cons because I'm just waiting outside the bathroom.
I can't help it. Like, I don't know what to say.
I just think you need to
metabolize so much.
I think you just need to make one giant poop.
Okay, can we not talk about my poop? This is weird. Okay. Anyways, so that weekend just felt like now I'm just thinking about poop. That weekend was like a lot, you know, like emotionally and then like physically because like I said, you know, core is all about work. Like if you're not working, you're not having fun, basically. And there's
if you're not working, you're not having fun.
No, but it's kind of true because like, yeah, you can like chill out and like, you know, do all like the, you know, like, oh my god, let's get to this panel, or like you know, like go see the exhibit hall and stuff. But like all of that gets very mundane and like, yeah, you'll see a few new things, but like most of it is like everyone selling somewhat the same merch, or like, you know, like when you go to Artist Alley, that's like the most diversity you'll see amongst like things that you can buy. But like other than that, like,
so you're kind of saying like because we go to so many cons, we kind of just see the same.
I don't want to say that because that's very offensive to like artists and stuff. Like,
it's not. I agree with Artist Alley. Artist Alley is always good, but like the actual exhibitors, like we see them. Exhibitors, like we're friends with them. We'll be like, hey, nice to see you again. We like, just saw you last weekend.
Yeah. So like all of that gets the same, like becomes the same, and like, you know, there's this thing about how do you say it? Self-care is like making sure that you look out for your future self, right? So basically, like, to look out for the future of the company, we have to make sure we're producing stuff even at the con, so we have stuff to show you guys for later. You know what I mean? And you know that's all of the hard work that we have to put in, and if we don't get that done, like, you know, and it's fun because it's challenging because like they always throw us a song like, hey, dance to this, and it's like pop, and we're like, but we're hip-hop dancers, so this feels a lot different.
I think it's just you.
Maybe it's just me. So yeah, there's that too, because it's always a challenge, you know, like trying to jaded. What?
Okay, well actually that's actually a good segue going into. So after AX we did Comic-Con.
You said
what?
You said that was the last question.
No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. For AX.
Oh, okay. For AX, that was the last question. Moving on.
Into Comic-Con.
Into Comic-Con.
We were doing Teen Titans. We were also going to do something, because you said it great. The segue was, we like to work, and we're a professional, and we, you know, everything we do is, we do have fun, but the work is fun. So this was the first year, and I wanted to talk about this. So this episode is going to kind of go over, because this is actually something important that I want to talk about, which is we decided that Comic-Con we were going to have a retreat. Do you remember this? A retreat for core out in San Diego. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because of this subject right here. It's a subject that I'm going to touch on after we finish the history of the core. After this whole series is done, I'm going to talk about this because it's very prevalent in the current climate right now. For those who don't know, in the dance community, in the dance industry, there has been what Nifa has so aptly described and titled it as a reckoning. A lot of the dance community and industry has come forward to talk about behavior that has been normalized in the dance world that should not be normalized. Behavior of people being terrible people, honestly. But it was kind of just seen like that's the culture, but it's not. And so what's great is that there is a reckoning for all these people, and then there's a culling of those types of people out of that community. Now, I bring that up because a part of what it like contributes to this behavior, this bad behavior, is what we've kind of called is the party culture in the dance community. Long story short, because I'll get more into this in my later episodes, but core has never had a party culture. Ever. And I know what party culture is like because I was on a collegiate team. You know what party culture was like in the dance community. Yeah. Sonali knew too. Me and Sonali were on the same collegiate team, so we knew what it was like. And when me and Sonali broke away to create core, we actually were adamant about not exemplifying that type or that arena of the dance community in our team. Just because we didn't like it. We did not care for it. The way we party and have fun is to literally sit together, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. while Jenna holds, a little plushy fruit and throws it across the room. Like, that's our idea of fun. Or even, like, at this point, we've had birthday parties where we go play archery tag. Yeah. Or if you're at a con, you go to, like, the dance together. And you just freestyle and you're kind of silly, dancing anime music, making up the dumbest moves ever. So hilarious. Or you go out and you have cream barbecue after performance. That's the party culture that we had on core. Now, retreats in the dance community have always been, in my opinion, kind of excuses to just throw caution to the wind. And just kind of, because in the collegiate scene, you're in college. Everyone just likes to blah, blah, blah. So we never had retreats because we were like, I trust the coresmen, and me and Soulmate didn't create that environment. But you're like, we just didn't want to do it. But then you know what? We had a great year. Clearly it was so good. I don't remember anything about the 107th. So we decided maybe and it's like the first year we have half vets, half new recruits. Let's have a retreat coupled with our performance at Comic-Con that year down in San Diego. A workcation. That's perfect. But I should have called it a workation. I called it a retreat. And so I booked out the Airbnb. Everyone was staying in one house. And I know Nifa and Amy and Liz and Bevy were on board that year, along with me and Soulmate. And so they had like these jars where everyone would write affirmations and something sweet, and you put a jar in for everyone, and they put like your little Teen Titans character on it because we were doing Teen Titans that summer, and you would write it in there. And then we had games like bonding games planned and whatnot.
Got a little weird.
Yeah, well, here's without like giving away anything. Nothing bad happened. That's the awesome thing. Even when I didn't like what was going on, nothing bad happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, it started to kind of look like a retreat that I did. It started to not look like a workcation. And right then, me and Soulmate went, nope, we don't like that. We've never been a party team, and we can't contribute to that. And that's part of why I bring that up too, because a lot of what's happening in the dance community is that directors, leaders, have been taking advantage of their positions of power to coerce and engage with their dancers in terrible ways. And so even when the party started to look like a party, like not even, we were supposed to be just like, bonding, like how you do with like workers, like work bonding at work conventions. That's what it was supposed to be. When it slightly started to not look that way. Because, we're all old on this team. We're all old. We're all far over 21. So, of course, some people are having, like, a couple beers, a little alcohol, and they're just getting, like, loud. That was really what it is. People got loud. I don't like it. So what you do as a leader, which I'm telling this to you, dance community and industry, you separate yourself from your dancers. Because that was the first thing me and Sonali did. We said, we are the directors. We cannot interact and engage with you guys like this. It's not professional on our end. It's not going to be good for you guys. You guys have fun with your board members. Your board members are supposed to be the connection between the dancers and the directors. So Nifa and Amy and Liz and Bev, they took care of the team. Me and Soulmate, the next morning into the con day we were going to perform, we got up so early. We got up at like 4 a.m. We got ready and we went to the con by ourselves just so we could, the team could get ready without having their directors be there. Because that was, I always want to think of my dancers first. Sonali always wants to think of the dancers first. So we're like, I think it would be better if your directors are not there, so you guys can just be yourselves. And then also, me and Soulmate can separate ourselves from the situation so we can look at it with a more professional third-person eye, I guess. And again, I'll go more into this conversation because there's a lot about it in the series after we finish History of Korra. But, so me and Soulmate wake up. I'm dressed as Robin, she's dressed as Raven, and we go to the con early. I have my bow staff. The bow staff that I used at WonderCon, it was like a tension rod, a silver tension rod that I power pole extended. And I couldn't bring it into the con. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I had to throw it away. There was a huge dumpster outside of Comic-Con, and I had to chuck my bow staff in there. I was so sad. So I'm just a Robin with no bow staff. And then I remember I was walking around with Sonali. She's clearly Raven. And someone came up to us, and they got so excited seeing Sonali, because she looked beautiful and she looked great. But they're like, oh my gosh, are you? And she smiles, and they go, are you? I think they asked if she was either Psylocke or Storm. I don't know. She's wearing blue and nothing. Also, she's
nerd bad.
Yeah, you're nerding wrong. You nerd weird. Yeah, but she's also standing next to a Robin. Like a full Robin. She goes, are you Psylocke or Storm? And Soulmate, very sweet, goes, no, I'm Raven. And then the person goes, are you sure? And Soulmate just goes, oh, she's trying to be polite. I went, okay. And I was like, no. I'm already, this is not okay. You get away from her.
Go away.
I was mad.
Go dumb over there.
I was so mad. So I know. It was so... Oh, a purple storm. Asked if she was a purple storm. She wasn't even wearing purple. She just had purple hair and a blue. Yeah, I don't know. So not cool. So then me and Soulmate, because we wanted to...
I'm an evening gale.
Yes. I wanted to treat Soulmate. It was like because I had been working all summer, and like AX was a crazy ride, clearly. And so this was supposed to be a little workcation. I was like, Soulmate, I'm going to treat both of us out to a very fancy lunch. So we went to whatever that sushi place is that's right across from the convention center. It's the bougie sushi place. That's where it like connects to either the Hilton or one of the hotels. Mm-hmm. It's where all the celebrities go to do their interviews and stuff. Like there's the E-News balcony is there where they also have their interviews, so you can see out to the crowd and see everyone gathering for Comic-Con. And we're eating in this restaurant. It's like reserve only, so expensive, so unnecessarily expensive. But I was like, I've been making good money all summer. I'm going to treat us out. So all the celebrities are eating in this place, and then a full Robin and a full Raven are just eating with them. I remember sitting down, and someone's look at the menu, and I look up at this girl across, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this girl is beautiful. Like, she's absolutely stunning. And then I just go back to my thing and I go, wait, and I keep staring at her, and I'm like, why is she so pretty? As she finishes paying, like, I'm full on staring at this woman. She finishes paying with her friends. As she gets up to leave, I grab someone and go, that's Chloe Bennett. That is Quake from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the flesh. Mm-hmm. I was freaking out because then she like passed by and I was just like, oh my god, like you're a stunning human. Amazing. Me and Soulmate were totally fangirling. It was so cool. Literally, I was like, oh my god, you're Quake. So that was like a cool moment. And then me and Soulmate went to a panel. I think it was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel or it was the Riverdale panel. It was some sort of panel. A panel. Went to something. And then we did Teen Titans at the end of the night. By the time the team showed up, it felt we were in a better place. Me and Soulmate had our time away, and then the team was like having their fun at the con. And so it was great. It was like a perfect example of like, you know what, it just proved to me that I am so not a party person. Yeah. At all. But beyond that, the performance was great. Right?
Bores. Yeah.
Did anything happen? No, we just performed. I don't even remember being backstage. I remember being backstage with Saber Guild, like, vaguely. That's it. I don't remember that.
I remember when we did our 80s workout music dance portion. Like the lines.
Oh, when we were rehearsing in the hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do remember rehearsing in the hallway. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, and then we finished the con.
No.
That was a good con.
Mm-hmm.
I know me and Soulmate just had a Soulmate date day. And we just went around. What did you do? Where were you? I love you so much. I don't know where you were that convention.
Well, you're not gonna like it.
Why?
It was a corner squad. Sometimes.
Corner squad.
And then I always.
Can you explain to them what corner squad is? That's part of. Sit up here.
I don't know.
Corner squad. All board members don't like corner squad.
So corner squad was a group of people who really liked
the corner
of
the studio.
Yeah, and we were the bungholes that
didn't pay attention.
We're kind of dingwads. Yeah.
They were the too cool for school kids. Like if me and Soulmate were teachers, you didn't want corner squad. Corner squad was the class clown, the popular kid, the head cheerleader, the
head cheerleader was
Can.
No, that's Lizzie.
Yeah, I know, Chips.
Yeah, and then Can was like the
head of AV club.
Head of AV club. Jason was like the jock. Yeah.
You were the class clown.
I was the class.
You were the class.
I was the dunce.
No, you weren't. But here's the thing. We didn't have a problem with corner squad. My only problem with corner squad is when in rehearsals I'm like, hey, everyone do this. And corner squad would be talking. And wouldn't do the thing they were supposed to do. That was the only thing. I think I had dinner the next year. This like fast forward to the next year when like it was Richie and Treen Bean and everyone was on it.
Yeah.
That year there was a dinner I had with you guys
at Denny's,
and I straight up told corner squad, I was like, I feel like the teacher sitting at the table with all the terrible kids in his class. I told them and they were like, ah. So I mean there was no secrets with that. I'm a very honest leader. I tell my dancers everything. Mm-hmm. Unless I don't. Maybe I don't. Do I? I feel like I do.
Yeah.
I try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you were with Corner Squad? What did you guys do?
Well, sometimes I'd break off with just Jason. Oh, you know what? I think...
Did you guys do a tournament that year?
No. We wanted to. I wanted to, but it never lined up, and then there was like random exclusive cards coming out that year.
Why'd you get louder?
Because I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there was like an exclusive structure deck or an exclusive pack. I don't know. But yeah, that's when Yu-Gi-Oh was still like coming in hot, you know. Hey, so like, and that's when I was still smacking people. So.
This was not the year we met the voice actors of Young Justice. It was the next year. Because it wasn't until the next year did we do the interview with Sci-Fi. Somebody said it was the following year we would meet the voices of Tim Drake and Blue Beetle.
Wait, was that...
This year it was just me and Soulmate. That's all I remember.
Was Pokemon Go big at that time? Or
no, Pokemon Go was the next... Wait.
It was the year before, maybe.
It was the... Yes, it was the year before. It was the year before.
Yeah.
I remember. Because I remember Pokemon hunting with Shishi and Matt, and it was late at night, and we were walking by the pier, and a man dressed as Jon Snow laid on the pavement in a full fur outfit to pretend to be dead. It was too hot for any of that.
Pokemon is racist.
Yeah, so... Yeah, but no, that year was just... It was Teen Titans, and I can't... Gosh, 107th year, I can't remember these performances. At all. Okay, I remember being on stage. Oh, this was the year that I kind of did my hair like Dez. I did like the half up. It's when Dez had his long General Riga hair, and he did the half up. So I was like, I'm gonna be Dez, and so I still have that picture. Wait, let's see if I can pull it up. I have that picture where I was like, one of these years, I'm going to cosplay not as General Riga, but I'm going to cosplay as Dez cosplaying as General Riga. I literally remember thinking that. Do you remember your performance? You being Kid Flash for that one? There's my picture.
Yes, because
of me and Dez.
that's the way we started the set was me running across the stage like 500 times.
I remember also. Oh no! Now I unfocused the thing. That stage we didn't fit in that line to the back. Do you remember that?
What line?
The beginning line. When I run through as no, we did not fit at all.
Oh, you guys let me do my Yoshi thing that year.
Oh, your run?
Yeah.
Yoshi? Oh, I always think of Luigi.
What?
Because Luigi did it in... He does it in Mario 2. You know the video game where it's like the turn-ups? You have to pull the turn-ups up from the ground and then you have like the special... It's not a common one. But not Yoshi. Luigi, he does that. You could do it extra jumping. He'd be like... And then later on, Yoshi would be like... Anyways... So that was the end of that year. I think that was the last performance we did, right? Comic-Con? Joseph so.
No, I think there's one more.
What did we do?
Wasn't there like SO performances?
There were a bunch of SO performances, but most of them were after this. This is me trying to focus an autofocus camera. Focus on me, please.
Okay.
I don't like this.
No, I don't think
so. That was the end of the 107th. So with that closing the 107th year, closing the Beyond the Northern Wall trilogy, closing off the 107th year where we had new recruits, equaling veterans. How did you feel knowing that we were saying goodbye to Levihan? Beyond the Northern Wall is now donezo, and we're going into a brand new year. How did you feel saying goodbye to Levi? But moving on with Core.
So, in my head, which I never ever expressed, like I was kind of relieved because I wanted to take a back seat and not be the main character for a while because it's very hard for me to remember lines, and when you're center because you're a main character, you can't mess up, and sometimes you mess up.
I mean, I'll second that. I've messed up many lines.
So it was cool to like finally put that character to rest, and like the year was so much happened that year.
You okay?
I think it was my own hair or something tickled
me. Maybe it was
my
hair.
It was maybe your hair.
Oh, there it is. It's my hair.
Okay, it's your hair.
Nope. It's like an old lady's hair.
It's an old... What?
I don't know.
Okay, I mean, it was a good year all in all. Like, there wasn't anything crazy other than the retreat-ish. Like... How would you feel if, like, I'm not saying this is happening, but what if we had to do Beyond the Northern Wall again now? What would you do? With 10 people?
No, with just in general. Like, if we did Beyond the Northern Wall, the trilogy again now, how would you approach Levi differently, having already gone through that journey?
So just like revamping that whole set, you mean?
Yeah. Like, what if tomorrow I said we're doing Beyond the Northern Wall, and then Into the Kingdom, and then Return to the Unknown? Knowing what you know about Levi, how would you go back to being him? Would you change anything? Don't say the hair.
I would probably work out a lot more because quarantine hit, and I'm not the same as I used to be. So, stop!
And
Okay.
it's quarantine weight.
Stop.
I got quarantine weight.
Okay. I would probably work out a lot more. What else would I do? Probably drill my choreo a lot more. Because that's something I need to do. Watch more videos.
That's it.
I don't know.
Knowing that you get to go back to Levi, someone that you were so sad to say goodbye to. You wouldn't be like, hey, bruh, long time, miss you, love you, never gonna stop loving you, Levi.
No. I mean,
there's so much I would change about Hanji. About my portrayal of Hanji.
oh, you know what? I would stand up straighter because I've been keeping it in my mind a lot more lately. So, you know, show off the whatever this is.
Boobs.
Yeah. Now
So-
they're boobs. They used to be pecs. Now they're boobs.
No, they're good. They're nice. Anyway, so then that concludes the 107th year and also part 7 of the history of core.
Yay!
Yay! Thanks for being my special guest, babe.
Of course.
Next week it will be part 8, and then I'm okay.
Ocho,
so just
ocho.
to let you guys know, I didn't expect it to be the song. I remember telling Nifa and Sonali, I was like, this is gonna be a 4-part series of the history of core, and then I'm gonna move on to a different subject. Nope. It's the whole thing.
Hip, hop, hip, hip.
A brief and annotated history of the core is still long. Very long. So, part 8, we will be going into the 108th year. Haha, maybe I did that on purpose. The 108th year, our first year of not doing anything beyond the Northern Wall related. This is also the year that Shellen and Juju dress up like religious leaders and drive a van filled with Asian schoolgirls into the desert. It's exactly how it sounds, but it's just vague enough for you to show up and find out what I mean. It's one of my favorite stories, actually, that one. It happens in the 108th year. And then this is also the year we do FMA, which is such an epic story to tell in general. Because one, it's the first time we get new characters.
You actually you're
I'm fully
You're not even in the set.
No, I don't exist in FMA.
Yeah, you're like a tall, lanky Ariel.
Ariel. You don't even want to say Ariel's name right?
I got nervous before I said it, so that came out.
Which is funny because Ariel's named Ariel because my Auntie Seal's favorite princess was Ariel.
Okay, so I'm right two
Yeah,
times.
you are right.
What do you want?
But yeah, that's what's happening next week. Before next week, though, tomorrow we have a special Oh, I realized I didn't have a mic when I showed Joe's show, but Baking with Penguins premieres tomorrow. You're going to see the picture one more time.
Yay!
Premieres tomorrow at 4. It is a premiere, so please show up. It is such a cute show that Joe is going to be hosting along with Fluffy, her little penguin, and she's such a great baker, so hope to tune in for that. Also, this Friday, Improve Your Improv on Instagram with my bro TP, Liz, and her... That's what he calls, because he's Ichigo and Bakugo, and Liz is his... Deku and Rukia, so he calls her Dukia.
Yeah.
It's cute. I start calling you guys that. It's weird. But she will be doing her Improve Your Improv this Friday at 7 p.m. with, do you know who her special guest is? It's Kid Flash.
Oh, Jastu! Seconds away from smacking his head on the floor. Jason!
Oh, Jaswan.
Yeah.
Will be with her this Friday. And then, of course, always on Sunday, if you are not tuning in on Sundays for Koki versus Vegetables, I don't know what you're doing with your Sundays.
Yeah.
It is so much fun to watch. He took on mushrooms this last time. Asparagus was probably my favorite. Mushrooms, he got some good ones. He also had his family guest star in there. His dad was, coming in clutch with being dad and mushrooms. But he will be on again here.
This is gonna be great.
Yes, I know. We should all be like Koki. Just be like, we are going to love. I'm going to love this. I'm going to love this. You know what I mean? Then our lives would just be so much happier. But he will be again live on Sunday at 6:30. But before that, make sure you hit Koki up because today is his birthday.
Hey-o!
Happy birthday, Koki!
21 again for another year. Let's go.
Connie Fitz Koki. It's his birthday today, so make sure you let him know that. Wait, no. Yes, it is birthday today. I forgot that we're still on the same day. But yes, all of that. So, without further ado, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you again, my love. For talking with me about Levihan and what it means to us, because it means something very, very beautiful.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too.
Anyways, you want to call it out with me?
Sure.
With my squeaky chair squeaks. No, what? Stop. No, what? Stop.
That's the combo.
No, just go right here.
Okay.
Ready? Sotomato on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sotomato!
I thought you were going to say don't jealous me.
Don't jealous me!
Alright, see you guys later.
Hiya!
Peace!
Peace out!